a number which was to be divided by 105, that is 3 into 5 into 7, it was to be divided by 105, was divided by 3, 5 and 7 in succession, and the remainders were 2, 4 and 6 respectively. What would be the remainder when it is divided by 105? Okay, the number was actually expected to be divided by 105, but it was successively divided by 3, 5 and 7 respectively. What is successive division, right? So when you first, let's say that number is n, you divide the number by 3, then you divide the quotient by 5, then whatever is the quotient, you divide that quotient further by 7 and you get these remainders respectively. What does this mean? Let's see. First you had the number n, you divided this by, so n, we can write, this is our standard thing to write, n is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, right? This is basic thing in mathematics. Okay, so number can also be called as dividend, right? In that mathematical term, we can call it as dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, so we are assuming that number to be n. You are dividing n first by 3, your divisor is 3, let's say your quotient is a and your remainder in this case is 2. Okay, now in the second step, what you are doing, you're dividing 5. What are you dividing? You're dividing the quotient. What quotient you got here? A. So you are dividing that quotient, your divisor is 5 now, and let's say your quotient is b in this case. When you divide a, which was quotient in the first step, you are dividing that quotient by this successive divisor, right? So your quotient in this step, the quotient is b, let's say. The remainder for this step is 4. This is your second step, let's say. Now what will happen in the third step? You take this b as your number, this is your number now, this quotient will be your number now, and you are dividing that quotient by 7. Your divisor is 7 in this case, the quotient is, let's say, c, and your remainder for this step is 6, right? This is your third step. I hope this is standard process that we have to follow, guys, when we have successive division, right? Now just put the values, just put the values. Now b's value is 7c, let us put it here. So this step I am putting the value of b, 5 into 7c plus 6, right? This is complete value is of b, 7c plus 6 plus 4. So this step will give us 35c plus 30 plus 4, that is 34. This is value of what? This is value of a. I hope you are understanding. Now let us put this value of a in this equation, right? So I'm putting the value of a, which is 35c plus 34. So 3 into 35c plus 34 plus 2, right? So what will be the final value? 35 into 3 is 105c plus 3 into 34 is 102 plus 2 is 104. This is what? This is value of n. This is value of n, or this is our number. 105 plus c plus 104. This is our number, guys. Now what is our question? What would be the remainder when it is divided by 105? See, we have to divide this number by 105, or we have to divide this number by 105. Okay, so in remainders, basics of remainders, we have seen that when you divide this term, we have two terms, right? When you divide this term by 105, your remainder is 0, irrespective of whatever value is of c. We are getting 0 here, so 0 into whatever is the remainder, this particular term is completely divisible by 105, irrespective of whatever is value of c, right? I hope you are understanding. Now 104 is not divisible by 105, and you will get remainder as 104 only when you divide the term by 105. So here our remainder is 0, here our remainder is 104 only, so our final remainder is 104 only. Option C is your right choice. I hope this is pretty much clear, guys.